Natural position 5 is here, dude.
Is he? Yeah, he is.
Oh, bless. Oh, this is bad. What is this? It's fucking Enigma bought back for real, dude.
Stay longer, stay longer. Please stay for the catapult. Do it. Please stay for the catapult, you motherfucker. I know you want to.
Me like catapult.
I'm dying for this kill. I don't care. He's not even here.
Bratan, don't make risky move. You might be an agent.
What's wrong with being Asian, dude?
No,
What's wrong with being Asian, bro?
I said agent.
Bro, what's wrong with being Asian, bro?
No, Bratan, you putting words in my mouth.
I'll put more in your mouth than just words if you don't know what's wrong with Asians, dude.
Whoa! Okay, I'm done. I'm emotional.
What's wrong with Asians, man? Tell me.
I said agent.
Alright, dude. I see how it is.
I said agent. Agent. I lost it. I'm done. Oh my god, dude. That's kind of talk show.
Oh, come on!
Come on!
He's already fucking dead on my screen.
Fucking dead on my screen too.
I'm canceling his blink with Q, jumping with E and W, and then I'm gonna fucking E-blade his ass.
It might be.
I'm fucking all-inning anyway.
Yeah, use ultimate first, remember.
Fucking all in.
Bratан, should I go to... I'm gonna take some Coca-Cola, brат. Блять, don't unpause.
I think it's illusion, guys.
No, you did a lot of damage.
Your punch is off a cabinet.
Can I be really honest with you right now?
Sure, what's up?
In this emotional moment, it's snowing outside and we're playing this game and it's so cold, but at the same time I feel so warm just because I'm playing with you. One of my best friends, and why am I even lying? I have not a single friend except you. I love you, man. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, you right, man. You right. I have no friends too. It's just me and myself.
Whoa, you're saying you have no friends and you're saying you have yourself. Wow. Hypocrite.
That's how life is, man. I'm my own best friend and my own biggest enemy.
You're not wrong. Wait, are we being toxic, dude?
I mean, you can only wait up until a point, right? Like, you can just fucking...
I paused, dude. I tried. It's not like...
I paused for you, so mine's cooldown too.
Oh, bratan. It's okay, bratan. I'm natural with it. Bratan, I'm natural. Why you don't trust?
No, what do you mean don't trust? I'm here. I'm just like I have no cooldowns, dude. I'm all I can do.
It's okay. Nice.
What the fuck? What? Did you see that? What the fuck?
It's illusion.
Yo, who fucking cares, dude?
Do you get scared?
Do you want this?
What is she saying? What she wants from me, dude?
Vambrace.
Блядь. Dude, shoulder the way.
Ah! Something is canceling me.
That's not good.
Fuck! What's the range on this too? It's huge. And something just cancelled me. Oh! The hotkey is T, not G! What?
Okay, that's TB is kind of strong.
They skipped the
One of the
hotkey.
best items for him.
G's acronyms? Oh, so the G goes before this, but because I don't have it yet, it just shows up as T. We fucking lost the game, by the way.
Nah, bratan, dude, they literally have fucking don't have flash strike, dude. Oh, dude, the Lesher came back and said he has some problems at home. GG. I feel bad.
No, dude.
Dude, we need help, please.
Yeah, I'm going with.
Oh, they got flash strike. Man.
Oh,
I'm back enough.
I think he saw us slightly.
Brother!
I'm not there. I TP'd out. I try. Bratan.
Oh, it's good, it's good. God bless, there was nobody to help.
I think that black hole is up.
No, I don't know.
What's this fucking out, dude? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck is TB?
I can't go on. Green Jack.
10 seconds BKB.
Fuck.
Wait, why Jack is like TP Bratan on Jagger?
That's got solo kill by Pango, man. What the fuck is this?
Is that how it feels when I play Jack, dude?
What? A
Fucking
carry that does nothing
FGO.
for 32 minutes into the fucking game?
Yeah.
That's exactly how it feels.
Блядь.
Now you know, dude. Now you fucking know my pain.
I'm on the other side now, dude.
Like, I'm playing an enemy base, my Juggernaut is farming safe camp, and I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Oh, блядь. I'm fucking pain, блядь. блядь.
Oh, we fucking lost, dude.
Pretty strong high ground defense.
Jagger, what are you doing?
Whoa, how do we just get 3 heroes picked off?
Man, what's happening, Bratan?
We're fucking lost, dude.
Shit, блядь. Yeah, what the fuck is this dude? Wait, what? Is he trolling?
No, he's just like, he doesn't realize we have such a big initiate range. Is this illusion again?
No.
Dude! Oh, whatever.
What? Yo, help! Sing! Sing!
All I have, I'm out of mana.
Congrats, you fucking ruled me. Wow, they both dodged it.
I'm out.
BKB used again.
Oh, nice. You got one more return kill. Not bad.
Oh, you also blind hook?
GT! Hey! 150% damage, dude!
You're gonna pop off, Bratan. Oh, блядь! What the fuck? Bingo!
Oh wait, I have to control it. Look, he's losing to the illusion, dude! He's fucking losing to the illusion on TV!
I'm dying real fast.
Why am I so strong, dude? Stop hitting me,
Oh, nice BKB. Oh, man. Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
oh my god.
Oh, bro! Look at this illusion!
That's OP, dude.
Oh my god, it's just stronger than him because it gets spell immunity for it's permanent BKB.
GG, man.
Bonus damage, permanent BKB, faster move speed. It's fucking insane.
Fucking insane, but then
Look at this.
it's like wedge, but for
I
try.
cannot disrupt your illusion.
What the fuck? Like I said, man, the stronger I get, or the stronger he gets, the stronger I get.
Oh, he's gonna TP here. You want
I made that illusion of him. He was losing the fight against it. Why is that stronger than my Juggernaut? What the fuck, man? Why is my hand stronger than enemy? Or than our Juggernaut?
I know he's puffing. I can. Блять. I hooked my.
Oh fuck, I didn't link to
Oh,
yeah,
you did.
No, it was late. I thought I was gonna link to the lash like instantly.
Oh, what the?
Not familiar enough with the range.
Oh man, I'm missing every fucking shit. You're not going anywhere, bitch. Or maybe I'm not going anywhere, blood. Bratan!
I got you, both. I got you,
I
both.
don't know what to say.
I got you, both.
This is what you call fucking пацаны. Look at this пацаны action.
Wait, can I make a I can make illusions of illusions. Of course I can. What's the downtime? 10 seconds.
Wait, you can use illusion? Wait, how are you making illusions out of illusions? What do you mean?
I have my eggs.
Yeah,
Look
so
at
you
that.
can fully control. Here?
Run! Deny this shit.
But can you use spells on that? Form?
No. That, oh my god, I wish. I wish I could use spells on that.
Sounds wrong. He's not wrong. I eat. Wait, he dagger on the spot.
No, it's flicker.
Oh, it's flicker.
Yeah. Maybe, I got the line too here.
Oh, he has iron dick. I hit you! And what you gonna do? Oh, yo, Batista!
This was so fucking good, man. Jesus. Oh, I got spin off.
Oh my god,
I thought you were gonna hit the Enigma there.
Ah, блядь! No!
Oh, what the fuck?
Please, Juggernaut, use your spells.
Dude, so many fucking illusions is making us stronger. I love it.
Oh, блядь! Миша, блядь! Wait, he died.
I have fucking TB meta illusion. Look at this, dude. What the fuck? Fucking go throne, dude. Go throne, blood.
Oh, blood.
Oh, blood.
I think now, wait, I think.
Lion's gonna finger you. Okay, I'll stop his combo.
Oh, I almost fucking not too small. Oh, fucking. Finger me, brother, блядь. Давай, блядь, finger me, блядь. I died, man. I feel sad. Sing? I don't want to be a...
No! Why didn't I just do it? Oh! I thought he was gonna wait. Boomer hand? No. It was a different game going on there. I thought he was gonna wait for me to blink first and then Q. So I was waiting for him to move first. And then I would blink as he Qs. But he just went straight for me. Oh my god, he didn't even hesitate. He just went straight for it. Hesitation is defeat, man.
Give to Grimstraw. Yo.
No!
No, take the... Oh! На, chill, bro. Chill. Блядь, братан, relax. Блядь, I'm here. Dude. Get off me! I don't want shit! I'm 6 HP, bro! No, look at this dolbayo. What is happening? Dude, I don't think that I don't understand how much I don't give a fuck.
Fat
I'm
man
too
attack!
fat. I'm just like, I just don't care, man. I have diabetes.
I really think you're natural 4 player though. You see how well this game is going for you?
Shut up. Stop.
If you were SF, you'd be like dead all the time or some shit, farming enemy jungle, wondering where your team is. AFK bled.
Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh, I think it's the first time he actually used his Q. What the fuck? Oh wait, did they change it?
Wait, what? He died? Wait, yo.
What? It's okay? Wait, nice black hole, bratan. What's happening, guys?
This BKB wasted on TB.
Oh, hook line, what the fuck? Well, yeah, it wasn't even looking.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong key.
Come here, долбоёб. Ну, GG, пацаны. They call me old danger. Dude, it's insane hooks. We lost.
You got thrown off because he has timeless relic. The disruption was longer than normal. If it was normal disruption, you would have hit. What the fuck?
I'm not fat enough. Give me 1 second to buy item. What I buy? Something that's gonna make me fat.
Hard.
I can't. Hard to find. That's 7k HP patch. Not bad, blood.
I'm kinda liking spellcasters in this patch. So many items amping magic damage these days, and all the talents keep boosting it too. The next level play! Any doctors? That's what I thought.
I need to eat, man. Can you give me like...
Yeah, take it down, man.
Yeah,
Wow, that game was even. Dead even. Until... Whoa, they were ahead at some point. What? What is this, like 12k? Holy shit. Oh, top damage! But not in the game. Second highest in the game, but top in team. That's TB even. Huh. I think he was really fucked at 10. It wasn't even that fucked. Like 10 minutes, I'm like 700 ahead.
ホラライブメンバーまだまだいるよ。続いてはこんなみです。雪花ラミンこんねねももすずねねです。くるくる頑張りです。ムームームナフタよ。おおでした
You just finished up your new gaming rig, you boot it up, and nothing. In desperation, you pull out your CPU and you see it. The pins, they're gone. Accidents will happen, guys. Believe me, I totally get it.
This beautiful.
Oh! And sometimes, accidents happen to you. One of our fine viewers, Ethan, I hope you're doing well, had a little accident a couple months back with his shiny new Ryzen 7 3700X, and he managed to break 3 of the pins clean off. Now sometimes you'll get lucky and the pins are just bent and they can be easily straightened. Other times, you'll get just a little bit lucky and you can't straighten them, but you pop it in and oh great, it turns out the broken pin was a non-essential extra grounding pin or reserved pin or something like that. Other times, you press the power button and nada. Well, that was Ethan. But fortunately, he still had a little bit of luck to spare and traded his completely non-functioning chip for some merch from us so that we could take a crack at fixing it with just a few cheap and easy to get tools and some other supplies that you might have lying around your house. Speaking of around your house, grizzlies! Oh, geez, I hope not. But thermal grizzlies conductor not liquid metal Tim offers maximum cooling performance. Check it out and keep things cool at the link in the video description. Before we start, let's talk about the tools we're gonna need. A magnifying light like this would be ideal, but a regular magnifying glass will do in a pinch. And if you go that route, you're also gonna need good light because you need to see the tiny, teeny little pins that we're gonna be working with. So a desk lamp, or ideally two, so that it's illuminated from two different angles would be freaking fantastic. Next, you're gonna need a hot air solder stick. Can you stay, please? Stay. Good boy. Next up, you'll need a hot air solder or SMD rework station. You can think of this kind of like a regular soldering iron, but with a fan attached to it. So instead of poking and prodding at the things you're trying to solder, potentially knocking them over or accidentally jabbing the tip into the PCB, we're just going to be able to take the hot air that comes out of the tip of it and kind of heat up the entire area that we're trying to work on without touching it. Now, normally these include tips. We seem to have misplaced ours and the replacement tips weren't a prime item, so we're just gonna YOLO it with the big old fat tip. You'll need a good set of tweezers. We really like these ones from iFixit, as well as some flux. This will help our solder flow very nicely as we are putting the pins back on. We're gonna need some solder masks. These are available cheaply on sites like AliExpress or eBay. The one we're gonna need in particular is the 0.65 millimeter pitch one because that matches the pin arrangement of our CPU. As you can imagine, you're not gonna wanna blow super hot air onto your kitchen countertop, so we recommend something like a couple of fireplace bricks like this, or failing that, a nice large sheet of many layers of aluminum foil. So something like 5, 6, 7 of them, and anywhere from kind of 7 inches or around 20 centimeters square. It's really important to make sure that your entire work area is clean and clear because the last thing you want to be doing is bumping something over or accidentally touching a hot surface. Now that all our tools are set up, all we need is the donor. What? Donor? What the? It's not a big deal. The thing's already dead. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna embrace it. Bring in the donor! Our first order of business is to harvest some good pins. So we're gonna set our station to somewhere between 300 and 350 degrees Celsius. Here's a hot tip, by the way. Hey, get it? The hotter the temperature, the faster the solder melts, but also the faster you can damage your components. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Grab your tweezers and pick a good candidate for a straight pin that you want to pull off. Start to heat up the area and don't burn yourself. When you see the solder at the base of the pins get really shiny, that means it is melted. So pick off the good pins that you want to use, maybe grab an extra 1 or 2, keep the area hot until you're done, then place the pins off to the side to cool. Is this taking too long again? Okay, I swear to God, if these don't melt. Hey, well, we got one. Hello. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. All right, we're getting the hang of this, boys. The last thing you want to do while you're at this is pull too hard, because then you can actually rip off the pad. And once the copper contact point comes up off the CPU, you are done. Well, that's more important for the one that's not already dead, I guess. Ah, there's a perfect example. See that? We ripped off the pad. If we do that on our working CPU, Game over, ladies and gentlemen. One thing to watch out for, guys, the CPU and the end of your tweezers are going to be hot. Don't touch them. That's not a smart idea. Let them cool down for a few minutes, and while you're waiting, why don't you refresh yourself with some ice cold water. LTTstore.com. I'm gonna be the next Billy Mays. Hey, it's Lion Sebastian here with extra heavy-duty Alcan foil. It slices, it dices, oh my God, my fingers. At this point, we strongly recommend practicing reattaching pins to your donor CPU. All right, enough. We strongly recommend reattaching them to your donor CPU until you're comfortable with the whole process. Now, I don't have time for that. Somebody ordered some tech tips on Uber Eats, and these babies ain't gonna deliver themselves. So we're going straight to our new CPU. Hoping for the best here. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop that on, make sure that that is in fact actually, yep, okay, that works just fine. And this gives us a really good look at the broken off pins on our CPU. I don't know what Ethan did here because they are straight, almost cleanly snapped off, which unfortunately is gonna make the job of removing the pins from the pads a little bit trickier. Even with these teeny tiny tweezers, it's gonna be hard to get a good grip on those. Dang it, Ethan. I really hope I don't knock off any additional pins too while I'm at it. I actually kind of wish I had practiced before doing this. I mean, you know the saying though, practice is for chumps. Hey, number 2 is out. This last one's the hardest one. Come on. Yes! Now I just gotta find where that first pin fell. How hot's the CPU? Okay, yeah, it's in there. Ow! Dang it. Brandon, can you see this? Ow! No, I got this. Can you see it there? Oh man, I think it might have stuck back on there. You know what? And it's gone. Perfect. 20 bucks, this thing works when I'm done. I don't actually bet money though, so it'll have to be like lunch. All right, so now we're gonna put our mask on for real. There you go, that's an important step. Then we're gonna add a little bit of flux just around the pins that we're trying to reattach here. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Now's a great time to clean our pins. So just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and some tissue paper. Wipe the contact pad there. Clean pins will adhere a little bit better. Something to notice that the flux we're using is a bit of a thicker flux. That's gonna help hold the pins in place while we are heating up the CPU. Now let's go ahead and stick our pins where they go. Oh, why am I doing this left-handed? Now you can do the pins one at a time, but we are opting to position all of the pins on the CPU. So we're just gonna go full Hail Mary, heat the whole thing up, and hope they all kind of snap back into place here. Oh crap. I just wanna push this one over a little bit. Why am I doing this left-handed? Well, I lied, I know the answer. The answer is that it's because I need to show the camera. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's about as good as it's gonna get right now. Whew. Time to heat this baby up. Oh, and it blew them over. Okay, we need more flux. More flux. Okay, get off there. All of you. There you go. We've got like a flux booger on there. All right, this is not easier. Okay, I think that's where that one goes. My certainty level is very low. Yeah, I kind of put, I think, too much flux on. So we're gonna try to melt our flux a little bit to give us a better look at what the crap we're dealing with here. Yeah, it's not getting easier. Man, you guys should go watch that other guy's guide on this. He does it better than I do it. Okay, I'm doing this right-handed. I give up. I can't show you guys what I'm doing because I need to do this with my dominant hand. Can I just put this on first and then slip the mask over top? So another thing is I think last time I kind of blew it over, whereas this time I'm gonna come straight down on it. It's gonna snap into place. Why do I doubt that? Hold on, hard bail, hard bail. I'm bailing. Okay, none of those are attached. Okay, new plan. We're putting all the pins on and slipping the solder mask over top. Because I don't think these pads actually slip through here. They do not. Well, that's good. Oh my God, we can just put the pins in the solder mask. Nicholas, bad instructions. Holy crap, that's how you're supposed to do it. This is so much easier. So all we're gonna do now is line the pins up in the solder mask Did you manage to reattach pins the way you were doing it?
Yeah.
Well, you're a genius. I actually cannot do this with this stupid light in my way. Okay, there we go. Getting hot in here. So take off all your pins. I don't know if I would describe them as having snapped into place, but they're definitely pretty straight. Like, we should be good by now, right? All right, gonna let it cool down. We're gonna pull the mask off and see if the soldered. I'm gonna use my very sophisticated cooling technique. Here you go, what do you think? Are all the pins gonna come up? They stayed. That's a good sign, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are attached. Nope. That one's loose AF. They're all loose. I hate this, I'm not having fun anymore. There's still a lot of flux. But the problem is that it blows it over right away. We're going in hot. Kind of makes sense that the mask would actually slow down the process, I guess. Okay, so it's not melted. Oh my God, is this heated up yet? Oh, one of them just moved, for sure. This was supposed to be like a quick and easy video. We were like, oh, yeah, what about that dead AMD CPU? We got those solder masks? Yeah, sure, we'll just, we'll put the pins back on it. Oh boy, I think we ruined it. It's not great, but the pins are on there. That could just be some burned flux. So can you see how crooked they are? Did we try and throw it in a socket at this point? Are these pins longer than this CPU though? Hold on a second. Oh my God, they're longer. Well, let's see if they even fit in the socket. I specifically asked you if the pins were the same, didn't I? You can tell just looking at it. Nicholas, your only way out of this is for the audience to just love how much you've been messing with me for the last 45 minutes. So Brandon, how excited are you to find out if this works?
I have faith.
You have faith? But the thing is, sometimes you can kind of straighten them out with the socket. Even after resoldering them, I might need to bend them a little. No, this one is not attached well enough. Crap, we gotta heat it up again. Holy sh**, just loosen. Actually, they all seem to be on now. All right, I have a new and fresh concern, Nicholas. These pins look like they might be a little thicker. Well, we'll see if they go in there. Moment of truth time now, boys and girls. I don't know if I actually want to know or not. Quick, get another one, let's fake it. We never actually do that, guys. No signal detected. Those fast spinning fans, that is not a good sign. Do you want to grab a different CPU and let's make sure the bench actually works? Wait, this is an X370 Pro. Has it been BIOS flashed? Nicholas! So we're gonna put an actually out-of-the-box compatible motherboard on the bench. So crosshair, something or other. Just get out, I'm in a hurry! This is known as a speed motherboard swap. Okay, we're going with the broken one. We're going straight for the Hail Mary here. Feels like I'm having, oh, shh. They're moving. Well, that was either a good sound or a bad sound. No, it's not making it. Okay. Trying the known good CPU just to make sure there's not something else wrong with our configuration here. This is an X570 board, right? 470 is not compatible out of the box, Nicholas! No! I can't keep track of which crosshair number corresponds to which damn chipset. Okay, ASUS, take notes. Just call it the crosshair f***ing X570, okay? And if you do another one, call it the f***ing crosshair X570-2. There, you're welcome. Is this an X570 motherboard? I want you to read it off the motherboard itself. It's in there, I saw it, it's fine. Okay. We have to take another, we have to hit it with this. So like, what do I do? It doesn't melt. I'm fine. Honestly, if this thing managed to survive being heated up and cooled down this many times like this, it's kudos to AMD. You get a bunch of, no, come on! A different pin just came off. We're back where we started. 3 missing pins.
Do you want to take a break from this?
Nope. One more time. And it blew one of them over. Show me the snap into place, you horrible piece of garbage. No, but the ones next pin that I was using to check and see if it was melted, that one did not reflow. So we need to put a new pin there now. Doing more flux. And it's dying. That one's solid, that one's solid. The one we just tried to attach is solid. I think all the pins are on. This one's bent at a bit of a funny angle, but maybe we can just give it a little... Well, let's get a heat sink on it. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, lost a pin again. Putting this back on for the umpteen billionth time. Okay, BRB. That's hilarious. All the pins just snapped into place. I'm pretty sure it reflowed this time. I think it's the camera operators. I think they will us to fail. Okay, you might as well roll on this. Gave it one more crack without the camera rolling, so I can get this light out of my way and actually see what the heck I'm doing. And as far as I can tell, all now 5 of the pins that we've had to either reattach in the first place or reattach after knocking them off are solid. And more importantly, I actually got that snapping effect and everything is lined up real nice now. Just goes to show you, as soon as you turn on a camera, it's in. Why does it just say AMD 50? I don't care about AMD's 50th anniversary right now. I just want to know what's going on with this computer. What was that? No way! Yes! Okay. I can't even believe it.
I told you I had faith.
Ryzen 7. You had no reason to have faith, Brandon. Ryzen 7, 3700X, 8-core processor, 64 gigs of RAM. I'm gonna put 2 more sticks in. I'm afraid to feel too good about this yet. Show me all 4 sticks. Where is it? Oh, yes, there it is. Oh, it works. Let's do it live, okay? There's the HDMI cable, okay? You can tell it's the right one because the TV is gonna turn off, you see that? I am shutting down this system. I am pulling it off because there's always some jackass in the comments that's like, fake, pre-recorded. Yeah, carefully. Whoa, those pins are a little bent. It's kind of hard to take out. And there's a lot of flux in that socket now, so that's pretty cool. But there it is. That's the one. You know how you can tell? Because there's a bunch of pins that are taller than the other ones at the back. So guys, you might be thinking at this point, gee, Linus, that looked like a lot of work and frustration. Why would you want to do this? Well, reason one I think is pretty obvious. Out of necessity. Maybe, like Ethan, you accidentally dropped your new CPU while you were attempting to install it. Another could be to save a buck. Maybe, like us, you found a sweet deal on an upgrade, but it's got some pins that are bent or broken. Or maybe you just want to learn a new skill. If RPGs have taught me anything, more skills, even if you have no idea what they're for yet, are always worth putting at least a few points into. That was about the most stressed out I've been since probably the last time I did an AMD CPU pin repair video, which coincidentally is still running. That CPU, because it actually had a broken pin and all we did was jam a little piece of metal or pin into the socket and then put it on there. So I couldn't like take the CPU off because it would unfix it. So NCIX didn't want it back and I was like, oh, okay, my parents need an upgrade. That system still runs to this day. I had a bunch of haters on that video too, be like, oh, that's a bad way to fix it, it won't last. Oh, it sure did. Just like my segues will last forever. To our sponsor, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. You may have heard about Squarespace. It's the easy-use system that allows you to make a website in just minutes. There are
ngantuk.
On this episode of Manufacturers Say, we're gonna show one way or the other if we've already reached the point where a gamer or
Yeah, my stomach. Yeah. For the rest of the day, I was surprisingly fine. But it's just that my stomach felt that it was burning. So wait, hold on. Sorry. Wait, so my stomach just felt like burning, so I drank some medicine but it's fine. 我がの名前はレジオリラ。
La 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 la. Lumo mita ina. Siete. Skina no ne. Ki mi no. Yura, 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 yura. No, 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 Yura, 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 yura. Banare, yura, 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 yura. Yura, 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 yura. Otero.
これでも勝ちは勝ちだよな。うん。
Hi and welcome back. My name's Maddie and I'm a doctor working where I also break down where Dr. Stone creates antibiotics. Otherwise, if you don't want to miss out on any other videos like this, why not subscribe down below? Alright, let's action. Now, children can often find it difficult to describe
You could do so.
and so often it's quite difficult to make sense of what they mean. And that's where my job comes in as a doctor, interpreting what they're trying to describe to us. Now, not all children present through reporting fuzziness in their vision. and sometimes it can be picked up in more subtle ways. For example, if a child is needing to sit closer to the front of the classroom to be able to see the blackboard, or if they're constantly rubbing their eyes or describing tired eyes or headaches. These can be just a few of the signs that might suggest that there's a problem with the child's vision. And as you can see in this scene, Soika's making this grimace appearance with his eyes to try to make up for the visual difficulty that he's having.
でもこのマスクかぶってるとなんでかちょびっとだけ見やすいんだよ。
ああ、ピンホール効果ってやつな。
Okay, so interesting. When he puts the helmet on, his vision is improving. So what's happening here is that the circular cutouts are acting as pinholes, which basically block off any unfocused rays of light coming from the surroundings that might be causing their vision to focus.
そのスイカのボヤボヤ病がガラスと関係あんのかよ。100億%ありまくるわ。
So the useful thing in doing this pinhole test is that if your blurred vision is corrected when you do this test, then it means that the cause of your blurred vision can be corrected with glasses.
よく聞けスイカ。てめえはな、ドキンガンだ。それは病気じゃねえ。欠陥でもねえ。
So what does short-sightedness mean? Well, what it means is that distant objects appear blurred, whereas objects that are closer to you appear more clearly. Now, short-sightedness usually occurs when the eyes grow slightly too long. As a result, this means light doesn't focus on the light-sensitive tissue, or otherwise known as the retina, at the back of the eye properly. Instead, the light rays focus just in front of the retina, resulting in distant objects appearing blurred. Now, it's not exactly clear why this happens, but it often runs in families, and it's also associated with people focusing on near objects for prolonged periods of time, particularly if you're reading a book or spending a lot of time on a computer, especially during your childhood years. So what can be done about it? Let's have a look.
科学文明の世界じゃ誰一人気にもしねえ。ガラスで作る科学の目。メガネってのが全てを解決する。
Now, it isn't actually known who invented glasses. However, the first recorded people to have used them were the Romans. They found out that glass could enhance visualizing small text, and what they did was create small glass spheres and use them as magnifying glasses. Now, the first wearable glasses were actually created in Italy in the 13th century, and those were made up of glass-blown lenses, like you've seen in Dr. Stone. And these were then mounted either onto wooden frames or leather frames, and users would either perch them on the end of the nose or hold them to their eye when trying to read. Now, these were mainly used by monks in monasteries who used texts, but their popularity grew as the technology improved. And as glasses became more popular, the Italian creations moved more into Europe, mainly being purchased by the wealthy. At the time in Europe, scholarship was deemed to be a prized attribute, and as a result, wearing glasses became more of a fashion statement or a status symbol, which indicated prosperity or intelligence. Whereas in my case, I actually wear them as a hat.
おう、作ってやろうじゃねえか。ガラスってやつをや。
ああ、何を集めればいいのだ、セク。
And this is why I love the Dr. Stone anime. It's the ingenuity of the characters and how they guide you through how they make every new rediscovery going step by step. It kind of reminds me of that YouTube channel that shows you how common things are made. I don't know why, but it gives you a real satisfying sort of feeling just watching something simple being reconstructed.
おお。
氷みたいにキラキラ透明なんだよ。宝石のようだ。 なんか変な道具があるんだよ。
ガラス削るのに手磨きだけじゃ死ねるからな。
Okay, so in this scene, what they're doing is polishing off the lens so that it looks more translucent rather than opaque. And it is a medical What's occurring there is you get an opacification on the lens. This often comes through describing clouded vision. Now, the great thing about this is that it's one of the most successful and easy operations to do, and people often report almost 100% relief after the surgery has been performed. Okay, so what he's doing in this scene is it looks like he's creating that artificial lens with a surface to mirror that of your own eye. And the purpose of that is to help refocus light onto the correct part of the retina, so to correct the blurred vision that he's suffering from. Okay, so in this next scene, what he's doing should seem familiar to a lot of us when we've gone to the optician. And what he's testing is whether the lens is correcting the refractive error. And that board that he's using is a rudimentary form of what we call a Snellen chart. And I use this in my everyday practice to test people's visual acuity. Now, normally, rather than having symbols, we have letters, and people try to read down to the lowest line they can. And so, to set this up, normally what you do is you stand 6 meters away from the Snellen chart and cover one eye and try to read down to the lowest level. Now, typically, a person should be able to read down to the level that is labelled with a 6, which basically means that you are able to read at 6 meters what a normal person is able to read at 6 meters. Now, you might be thinking 6 meters is quite a distance. So what we typically do in our consultation rooms is we put a mirror in front of us and hold the Snellen chart behind us. And if you keep yourself 3 meters away from that mirror, you're actually creating a distance of 6 for them to read it. Now, it's really important to test both eyes separately because one eye can make up for the weakness in the other. And if left for a long enough time, that can cause a problem in of itself. It's also important to test both eyes separately because they both might require a different strength lens. So now, next time you're at the opticians, you'll have a better idea as to what they're testing. And there you have it, the first pair of glasses created by Dr. Stone. But of course, nowadays we've got more refined forms. You know, we've got spectacles or we've got contact lenses, and I'm just thankful that I don't have to wear a pumpkin on my head.
スイカ、てめえの目の前に今何があるか見えるか？
普通にひまわりだよ。別に見えてないわけじゃないんだよ、スイカだって。
Okay, so it's all built up to this. We've seen how he's created it. We've seen him test both eyes separately. Let's see if it works. And of course it's going to work, it's Dr. Stone, and another milestone accomplished. And you know what, I really love this show, and I have to give a shout out to the authors and creators of the show, because what they've done is they've transformed something that might have been a really boring topic to learn about into something so interesting that you just want more. So it's great anime, and I would recommend it to anyone of all ages. I feel like I've learnt a lot from Dr. Stone, and I'm a qualified doctor. Now, of course, there's one thing I haven't touched upon in this episode, and that is the other treatments for short-sightedness. And of course, there are things like surgery, but that's quite a big topic, so I might leave that for a future video. Anyway, I hope.
Tim gabungan mulai Selain itu, Tim penyelam juga menemukan live vest milik penumpang. Semua itu ditemukan di kedalaman 23 meter area perairan yang diduga lokasi jatuhnya pesawat Sriwijaya Air. Menteri Perhubungan Budi Karya Sumadi bersama Panglima TNI Marsikal Hadi Cahyanto serta Kepala Basarnas Bagus Puruhito, Ketua KNKT Suryanto Cahyo, Direktur Utama Jasa Raharja Budi Raharjo, dan Dirjen Perhubungan Udara Suryanto melakukan progres temuan bagian pesawat Sriwijaya FGO oleh tim gabungan di lapangan. Menteri Perhubungan Budi Karya Sumadi mengatakan saat berada di kapal KRI John Lai milik TNI yang akan menuju lokasi ditemukannya bagian dari pesawat. Panglima TNI Marsikal Hadi Cahyanto mengatakan kapal Rigel milik TNI bersama tim gabungan yang diterjunkan melakukan pencarian telah menemukan sinyal dari pesawat Sriwijaya RSJ 182. Kemudian tim penyelam dari tim Kopaska juga sudah melakukan penyelaman dan menemukan beberapa bagian pesawat seperti pecahan pesawat, live vest, warna bagian dari pesawat, bagian registrasi pesawat, dan sejumlah temuan lainnya. Barang-barang tersebut ditemukan dari kedalaman sekitar 23 meter dari permukaan laut. Panglima TNI menyatakan telah mendapatkan laporan dari tim penyelam bahwa visibility di dalam air baik dan jelas sehingga memungkinkan untuk menemukan sejumlah bagian dari pesawat. Sementara itu, Kepala Basarnas Bagus Puruhito menyampaikan pihaknya terus berupaya melakukan pencarian dan pertolongan dengan dibantu oleh sejumlah pihak terkait lainnya seperti dari TNI, Polri, KPLP, Ditjen Perhubungan Laut, dan instansi terkait lainnya. Ketua KNKT Suryanto Cahyono mengatakan pihaknya sudah menerjunkan tim menuju ke lokasi dengan menggunakan kapal Barunajaya 4 milik Badan Pengkajian dan Penerapan Teknologi yang mampu mendeteksi bentuk atau objek di bawah permukaan laut. Kapal itu juga memiliki kemampuan membaca sinyal yang ada dalam dua jenis black box pesawat, yaitu Cockpit Voice Recorder atau CVR dan Flight Data Recorder.
武蔵こしらえ、ここに剣体感もろともぶった切るわ。あら清めたまえ。稲の木だし、巡今のうちに準備。白兵戦行きます。
つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？
5秒の対面、ここにある。いざ、
よし。
水天幕府大屏風。負けん、牽制、何する者。これぞ武蔵の戦なり。いや、いつも滴るいい女。いざやります。天将海を立つ。行くぞ。大剣士大剣豪大結界。これが私の巌流島だ。今のうちに準備。体感もろともぶった切るわ。 目づかる水天幕府大屏風負け牽制何するものだこれぞ武蔵の戦なりいやいつも滴るいい女
最上に近い勝利だけど戦う前に勝つくらいでないとな。
甲斐の木刀改め武蔵こしらえここに見参
Jalan kok. Jalan. Jalan tumben. Hah? Aneh. Gue kira kencang suara motor lo gila. Emang lagi top kemarin. Lagi nggak usah lah anjir. Saya nyebut apa ya anjing. Gue udah bosan di rumah, gue denger knalpot berisik. Kemana ya, kok? Air dong? Iya.
Why is he complaining about balanced TI rank you? We had a battle. Like I briefed.
Motherfucker, wrong neighborhood! Get him, boys! Get him! Oh no! Oh no, they came back to take back your neighborhood! Beat them up! Fucking ogres! Motherfucker, wrong neighborhood! Get him, boys! Get him! Oh no! Take back your neighborhood! Beat them up! Fucking ogres!
Fucking ogres. Na 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 na.
Congratulations on falling down the VTuber rabbit hole. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. You can never.
根塚いいわね。
やります。You can never.
水天幕府大屏風。負け牽制何するものだ。これぞ武蔵の戦なり。よっ水も滴るいい女。
Ladies and gentlemen, we build a lot of high-performance computers around here, but today is going to be different. We scoured the internet for the slowest, brand new components that money can buy, and we're going to build it right here, right now. Then, for comparison, we also grabbed some sort of what I would consider to be budget components, but sensible ones, to see just how much more performance you can get.
行くぞ体験士体験王大結界これが私だ
We're gonna get to that bit later, though. First, don't worry, the parts aren't in there. It's already built. Includes a cooler. I guess, you know, it's dual core. That's not real impressive for 2020, and making matters worse, this is based on architecture rather than Zen 2. But hey, for $55, plus it actually includes a cooler, I guess, you know, it's hard to really complain. Like, how is a CPU $50? For our motherboard, we've gone with MSI's A320M-A Pro. So this is about as entry-level as it gets for an AM4 motherboard. We've got just 2 DIMM slots, although that will be enough for us to run dual channel, assuming that our budget allows it, which it doesn't, because we're building the slowest possible computer. It has a PCI Express 16X and 3 graphics card slots. No NVMe for us today, folks.
ありがとうござい
We're
ま
not
す。
even using an SSD.
皆さんのおかげです。
Man, it feels like this should contribute to it being slow, but honestly, with just 2 cores, I'm expecting this to do a pretty decent job of cooling. I feel like I should clarify that the parts that we picked were not necessarily the slowest ones that we could find, but rather that we limited ourselves to things that are currently in production. So the slowest, brand new, and technically modern parts that you can build. Naturally, no slowest possible build would be complete without a single stick of DDR4 memory. The CPU does have a dual channel memory controller, but I mean, if we're looking for the bare minimum to fire up the machine and get into Windows, 4 gigs of RAM, that's it. Wow, you sure can build a computer quickly when there's like not much in it. We're like halfway there already. Between our CPU, motherboard, and RAM, we've spent $125. That's less than like a gaming motherboard. But while you guys might think that I'm impressed by that, I'm actually kind of worried for the prospects of our slowest possible computer here, because CPU, RAM, and motherboard on the secondhand market, hoo-wee! Let me tell you, I could get some better stuff than that. You know, that's what kind of drives me crazy about this entry-level hardware as it gets branded. Really what it is, in my opinion, basically e-waste. Because you might say, well, you know, not everyone wants to put the work into putting together something secondhand, but it's not even a ton of work. I mean, we did that video recently where we took an old Dell Optiplex, basically threw a graphics card in it for less than what we're gonna spend on this complete brand new machine. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, this thing is gonna run, what's the opposite of running circles around something? For our case, we've got a Thermaltake H17, which at the time was priced the same as the Heatcool Natrex that we had originally chosen, so $35. Point is, that's about the cheapest you can get unless it's on fire sale for a brand new computer case. And then for our power supply, we've got a Corsair CV550. This is your entry level, hey, I don't want my computer to blow up, that would be a bad thing, kind of power supply. Like, you can get power supplies for $13 or whatever, but even on a system like this, I would not recommend plugging them in. I mean, what's the point of removing stuff? Oh, 4-hole screws.
道具の回転ここにある
Just need to rehydrate. So this is cool. Kind of like an SSD, except just with some rubber grommets. You just mount your hard drive like that. Should I put in all the screws? I mean, there's really not that many of them. We had a second fan that we intended to install in this puppy, but I don't think we're going to be doing that.
負け牽制何するものこれぞ武蔵の戦だいやいつもしたがるいい女
Boom. Fan installed, cable managed. This is actually pretty nice for a budget case. Hey, wow, we've got USB 3 on both our case and motherboard. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. You can just take all these little individual pieces and kind of make your own block of connectors. And if you line it up just right, put it on just like that. Ow, oh, dang it. I stabbed my thumb. I'm good, fine. 24-pin power connector, just like that. You can see instead of an 8-pin power, we've got just a 4-pin, so we're gonna split apart our 8-pin power connector and just pop half of it into there. This is crazy. Like, if I was actually trying to speed build this, I think I could do it in under 5 minutes. And now,
負け牽制何するものだこれぞ武蔵の戦だいやいつもしたがるいい女
when I was still working at NCIX, that was like 8 years ago. You could still buy them. I don't even get it.
Why?
People who buy a card like this don't care about performance at all, or they get kind of screwed into it because they don't know that the performance of a $50 card is not half of the performance of a $100 card. I remember talking to people about this card. I was like, well, who the crap is buying these things? They're like, oh, well, you know, Best Buy is moving through them by the truckload. And I was like, why are there salespeople selling these to them? It's a terrible value. Point of clarification, this is $40 US. Basically enough, that was it. By the way, the keen eyed among you might have noticed that we had an ATI Radeon fan installed on that graphics card. That's because we weren't going to go out and buy another GT210 just to make this video. It's one that we already had, and it's one that the fan failed on a long time ago, and we just kind of threw whatever on there as long as it runs cool enough. Time to fire it up. Oh, I miss little whiny GPU fans. Hope it works. That took a hot minute to post, didn't it? Let's fire up some CSGO, shall we? And while we wait for the game to load, because that'll probably take a minute on the mechanical drive, we're gonna go ahead and pull out our better value gaming PC here. Our slowest PC came in at a price of just over $300 US, while our step-up model came in at just under 600, which is a pretty substantial increase. We are spending almost twice as much, but we're also getting more than twice as much computer. So we're going all the way up to a Ryzen 3100, which happens to be based on their Zen 2 architecture. That is going to be a big performance boost for gaming. We managed to double our RAM, going from 4 to 8 gigs, which also means now it's running in dual channel mode. We've got a more feature-rich motherboard, and a big amount of our budget was spent on this puppy right here. So we've gone with an RX 570, which is maybe, you know, last gen at this point, but still a very, very respectable budget gaming card if we're running its MVP. Already, just how much faster it boots up and launches games is a huge difference for this one. But of course, that's what happens. And the funny thing about an SSD is that these days it doesn't actually cost that much extra. If you look for the right deal, we got our ain't happening. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Oh man, this one defaulted to 4K. Oh lordy! That's still loading? Holy crap! Yep, this feels pretty good. All right, this one's loaded up now. Let's just make sure the resolution's right. And this, kids, is why friends don't let friends buy entry-level graphics cards. we are getting 10 FPS. My ladies and gentlemen. We're charging in though. We're charging in. We might hit something. I got one. 10 FPS gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Come on! But Fred's got it out for me. So the lesson we're learning here is that spending twice as much can yield more than just twice the performance. And I actually missed another thing that is twice as fast about our higher end system. It's got USB 310 gig instead of 5 gig. So if you really wanted to transfer things quickly over USB, you could do that. Oh no, there's a first time setup. While we wait for that one to complete setup, we can go ahead and have a look at what our Rocket League performance is like. Sorry. Oh, I pressed jump instead of go fast. Well, that's a shame. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at 100 plus FPS with a minimum of 48 the entire time. And that minimum
Panas saya enak ini buat tidur anjir.
Me playing just for the sake of giving our slowest PC its best possible shot. We actually ripped the graphics card that wasn't on us, launched the game out, and we are running off of the onboard graphics. The problem with that is that we're running a single stick of memory, because it's a bit of a misconfigured machine, and now our APU graphics has to share memory bandwidth with the CPU, which was already half of what it ideally would be. 15 FPS in the menu.
Big ooflines.
That's the same settings as the other one. Oh boy. You know, having the game run in slow motion like this is actually kind of nice because it's not an online match, so I think the game is actually running slow. Finally, let's go for a good old-fashioned Cinebench drag race. Are you even trying? Maybe it didn't register. And 1, 2, 3, go. I think we've all seen enough, and I think we've all learned the lesson that we're trying to teach here. Just because something is brand new off the shelf doesn't mean that it is a viable option for building a system. And you might say, well, look, I've only got $50 to spend on a CPU. And that's fine, and that's fair. But your best option at that point is to go back and look for something on the second-hand market that is going to give you a better experience than this. Literally, a fraction of the speed of even a value chip like the Ryzen 3 31.
Sorry to the sea. Someday we're meant to be. I want my
Can you live with that goal?
pada gelinding loh di belakang gua. Say my hand, then my whole die.
He deserves the chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
You have to compromise. Wow, look at him! Right there, huh? Okay. Wait, if I go... Wait a second. 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 Go back there.
Ya dan lah.
中だな。他にやることないの？
めず
よし。
水天幕府大屏風負け牽制何するものだ。これぞ武蔵の戦なり。いやいつも滴るいい女。
実はしておりまして、知ってる？なんて言えばいいのかな。あれだ、YouTuber してるし、それとバーチャル版みたいな感じ。
いざやります。いいわね。
してます。ね、なんでわかる？なんかすごい笑ってんだけどな。
水天幕府大屏風負け牽制何するものだ。これぞ武蔵の戦なり。いやいつも滴るいい女。
ママに言おうかと思ったのは、実はそれでチャンネル登録者数がなんだ100万人。100万人来ました。すごいでしょ。
とにかくやばれたい。
VTuber って
大きな声で帰ってくるといつも大きな声ばっかり。
いいわね。
ママよろしくお願いいたします。
天正海を立つ。行くぞ。体験発見応大結界。これが私の巌流褐色の日差し、こぼれる肌の雫、可愛い男の子。夏最高。
本当は？こんなちょっと嫌なんだけど、こういうなんかイチャイチャ配信したかったわけじゃなくて、カミングアウトしたかった。ちょっとスパチを説明して、こちらはほらプレゼントもいいみたいな感じ。ペコラちゃんのこと大好き。そういうことだからありがとうございます。見てよマジでうちのお母様に。でもいやばい、黒歴史になる。ちょっとお母様に頼むって。ペコ何言ってんの。
マーヤ特設交換所に
スコアの確認に来たのか。しかしそれにしても宇宙のならず者がまた一人発見されたようだ。私の時間を取る前に自らの時間を使うように。インフォメーションには目を通したかな。まだ通していないのならこう、宇宙のならず者がまた一人発見されたようだ。気をつけていくといい。
でも基本あれだよね、出ないかね。いつも自分の部屋にいるね。
まあやそうよ。
はいってそのままって言っちゃうもんね。でもごちそうさまって言ってくれるから。
まあそれはね、ごちそうさまは言うけど、
時々美味しいねって言ってくれるじゃん。
ソキソキ。はい、すいません。そういやでも毎日美味しいご飯ありがとうございますと思ってますよ、本当に。声ちょっと似てるって言ってなくない？似てる
？And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby.
ふざけんなよ、笑ってんだけどはい、ずっと笑ってんだけど、私の方が可愛い。ペコラの可愛いだろ、普通に。ふざけんなよ、アイドルに買おうとする。めっちゃ笑ってる。大丈夫。 最後のじゃあどうぞ最後にママから一言皆さんに。
Love you.
ありがとうございますペコ。よろしくお願いしますね。お願いしますペコ。はいじゃあもうじゃあお疲れ様でした。いやいいもうはい帰ってリビングに行って。
Thank you so much. To be true, I can't take my eyes off you. I need. Salah lagi goblok. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Only
みんな
night.
ついてきて。
Pretty baby. Baby, love you. This is again. This is again. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da,